Hey everybody, so we're getting close to finishing the master bathroom and we've got our boards cut and put on the wall. We're going to end up chinking these boards. Maggie built our little built-in bookcase and cubby drawers. Hey look, there's a pencil. Anyway, so today what I'm going to do is put the floor down in here and put this toilet in. But I thought maybe some people might like to see this. Again, we had this pole barn, except it's not a pole barn, but a metal building, shell, professionally built. And part of that was I had a licensed plumber put in the rough-in drains for the plumbing. And because we cut our own boards for these walls, we have a 1 inch thick, maybe just barely over that. There's a piece of 1/4 inch OSB on the outside wall covering the insulation, and then our basically 3/4 board that we cut on our sawmill. So if you go all the way to the wall, that's 1 inch. Now then, we requested that the center of the toilet knockouts or drains be roughed in at 13 inches. And that message did not get conveyed to the plumbers that were actually out here stubbing this out. So we've got from the exterior wall to the center of that is 11 inches. The problem is most of the toilets take a 12-inch center drain. What we found out is that they also make 10-inch toilets, which is handy because otherwise, I'm not sure how we would deal with that. But so we've got an American Standard toilet here, and to the wall, to the center of that drain, is 10 inches. So the toilets don't cost anymore. They're just as quality, but they're not as easy to find. We got those at Home Depot, and that was the only 10-inch on center toilets that we found between Lowe's, Menards, and Home Depot. So I'm sure you could go to a plumbing supply house like Economy and get them, but just something to know. Like I said, when you deal with contractors and plans, sometimes the information gets in there and sometimes it don't. Okay, so that was the one area that our plumbing contractor kind of did miss the mark a little bit, but where they were fantastic, and actually the guys that did this concrete floor raved about them, was they put this flange level and just barely below the level of what this concrete floor is going to be finished at. Like I said, the concrete guys just went on about how great a job they did, because what they didn't want to have to deal with is this flange sticking up a little bit and then having a hard time finishing it. They actually ran their power trowel that they rode on right over all these toilet flanges. And like I said, was really impressed with it. So I thought maybe I'd show you guys what it takes to then get a toilet mounted in here, because obviously there's no bolt holes or anything showing. But just chip out this super thin concrete that's around that until you get your bolt holes out. Wear safety glasses when you do this. Okay, and of course that's just duct tape that's over the top of that. So there's a hole. The other one obviously should be on this other side. Okay, so the toilet flange bolts, like I said, we'll drop them in through the large part, rotate them around until they're straight across from each other. I'll take a vacuum and clean all that off. And then we'll put our vapor barrier down, our vinyl flooring, and I'll set that toilet. Alrighty, so I've got the vapor barrier paper put down, place cut out for the toilet, and last thing to do is put down the actual flooring. Hey everybody, so today we'll be working in our guest bath, and Maggie built this cabinet. I think it was covered on another video with this vessel sink. Right now we just have a temporary light fixture up. We got our metal ceiling in the bathroom, and then we did our shower in corrugated metal as well. I think it came out really well. So we bought this shower base and then just used corrugated metal for the side walls. Got a grab bar in there. Made this trim piece out of a store-bought 2x6. Used it. We've got our smooth bark hickory or pig nut hickory on the walls in here. And so today I'm going to put down the linoleum flooring, which is that vinyl plank linoleum, or LVP, luxury vinyl plank linoleum. There's a little towel holder. And put a toilet down. So hope you like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Have a good one, y'all. Here's our bath fan. Had to find a word to tuck that in. Hey, check out this Craftsman utility knife. So it operates a lot like just a regular pocket knife. Has the pocket clip on it stuff. But what I thought was really cool about it was, I don't know if you can see that, but the tip is broken off. And I looked at it for a bit to see how to change this blade. I'm used to having to take a screw out, flip the thing around. Check this out. You push this button. See it? You push that button. You slide the blade out, turn it around, slide it back in. Blade's changed. I've owned this thing for a couple years and I never knew that's how that worked. I gotta say, that's pretty impressive. Oh well, check it out, see what you think. Okay, so now all of the vapor barrier is down in the bathroom, and I'm going to start the tile in that corner and run horizontally along here. So when you come in the door, the flooring will be running like that, which is opposite of how it'll be running out in this hallway. So we'll go to the middle of that door frame and we'll eventually put a threshold there. All right, let's go. And the opening over there is going to be an access door for utilities, just in case anybody's wondering. Okay, so that'll be the first piece of flooring in this bathroom, and I just measured it, and 70 inches comes out to right in the middle of that threshold, and those are 7-inch pieces, so it'll be 10 pieces of flooring. We'll run this right out. All right. Alrighty, so we're getting this floor down, and I think it's looking pretty good. So we'll keep on going and get the toilet down. Okay, so the vinyl plank flooring is down. Luxury vinyl plank flooring. You know, we don't have any vinyl plank flooring. Anyway, and here is again the vessel sink and the countertop. So the only thing left to do is put this toilet down. And this will be the first mostly complete room in our copper barn homestead, or Barndominium. What's not done is the trim. So there will be some trim put around this, obviously the mirror and light fixture. But what's keeping us from doing the trim is we're gonna put chinking in all these cracks once these boards dry out as far as they're going to. These have only been up less than a week, so they're not quite shrunk up yet. Okay, so I'm gonna put this toilet down, and I'm gonna use this new non-wax wax ring to mount this toilet. I used one in the master baths bathroom the other day. I was really kind of impressed with it. So the thing that's nice for people like us that are, right, we're building our house. So obviously we had a toilet put in so we could use the restroom. But we hadn't finished the rest of the room yet, so we had to pull that toilet up. And so what happens is this foam ring can be reused instead of having to mess with that nasty wax. So I'll be putting this down. And the one that I used in the master bath, like I said, I really like the way it looks. So one thing that is odd about it is you do use this fatter foam thing, and the other part if the flange is below the floor level at all. Since we put this luxury vinyl planking on, it is actually whatever 3/16 of an inch below. So try it out. So this Fluid Master foam wax seal or toilet seal, these things are about $8 at Menards, where the regular flanged wax rings are now $4. So you can reuse this, save money in the long run. And it comes with 12 bolts, which I already had down. Okay, what we'll be putting down is this American Standard L toilet in a box. So it does have the 10-inch rough in, which again, I talked about that in another video, that our walls, because we used 1-inch boards on the inside, a 12-inch toilet wouldn't fit unless they framed that out at 13 inches, which we had in our notes for the builder and the plumber, and somehow they ended up at 12 inches. So anyway, it wasn't a big deal once I found out that they do have 10-inch offset toilets. But we were kind of, maybe not panicking, but a little concerned for a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna take this out of the box and get it installed. Okay, so I've got the toilet parts in here. The only part that I didn't bring in was this toilet in a box, comes with a seat. And I'm just going to tell you now, do yourself a favor and throw that seat away and buy a nice seat. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to use a seat that came with that thing. It is definitely flimsy and won't stay tight. All right, let's put this down. Okay, so you put your flange down. And it's just a matter of lifting the toilet onto it, centering it up, and tightening it down. Okay, there we go. Put the bolts on it, and we'll be in business. Okay, so we'll take a 7/16 wrench and tighten these up. And just tighten them up evenly. So the toilet's secure. And what I do, oh yeah, it's tightened up nicely, is come back and silicone the edge just to tighten it up, seal it up, prevent any wobbling. Nobody likes a wobbly toilet. All right, nice. Okay, your tank gets this seal, and then the 2 bolts that are already in it get tightened down. You have to put the seal on the bottom of the tank as opposed to setting it there. That is where it's going to sit, but this octagonal nut shaped thing has to be on there, on the octagonal shaped part on the bottom of the toilet. Let's see if I can show you. So this matches that, and if it's not lined up, it won't set down as good. Hard to do it one-handed, but there it is. Okay, so I'll put that on there. Push the bolts down through. Awesome. Okay, and then we put the nuts on. And they come with this little tool. Just a plastic handheld socket wrench, I guess. And then usually it takes a large flathead screwdriver to hold the nuts or the bolts down. So you tighten it up. So I'll get them started. And then go get a screwdriver to do just that. So those flathead screws are down the bottom of that tank. Pretty much have to hold them from spinning as you tighten this up. But same thing, tighten it up so it doesn't wiggle, jiggle, or leak. Probably most important. Okay, the tank is now solidly part of the toilet. What we have to do is hook up our supply line and turn it on. We want to do that because this dry toilet bowl allows that sewer gas up through here. What you could have done is, as soon as you put the toilet stool down, put some water in that to stop that smell. I knew this was only going to take me a few minutes, less than 5. So, like I said, I didn't do that. But you could, because you will smell that toilet smell. Okay, so the supply line is now on. Turn the water on, check for leaks. Water's coming up. Water's going in there, which is going to block our smell. There are no leaks here. So we're well on our way to having a toilet. Let that water fill up. Like I said, it does automatically go into the bowl until the bowl is full. So we have now pretty much blocked that smell. And I can turn on my vent fan to get rid of what little bit was in here. Okay, so here's the first flush of the new toilet in the guest bathroom. Awesome. Okay, so we'll throw the tank lid on. And the only thing missing is a seat, which I'll put on next. Alrighty, so here comes the seat. And this was, I remember when seats, good seats used to be 20 bucks, 25. Good seats now, this thing was $40. But it's just so much better than the one that came in the toilet in the box. So we'll put the bolts, the nuts on the bottom of it to hold it. Okay, so there's the toilet. There are the walls. Turn the fan off. There's the shower. On the Barndominium forums, people are always talking about what you can do to save money, build cheaper, and also add a custom flair to it. And my biggest suggestion is do as much of it as you can yourself. These little projects are not difficult to do, but they can save a ton of money. And I bet there's not too many Barndominiums out there with hickory walls. So there's our little custom flare. Like I said, all of this in here we did ourselves. So this is the first completed room that we've got, though. Only been at it for 2 years. Hey, it's a process, but it's fun. Hey everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We love your comments. Have a great day, everybody. Be safe.